Good day, beautiful soul family, and welcome back to On Another Level. And so, Divine Spirit, Archangels, Guardian Angels, I thank you so much. I thank you, beautiful soul family. I hope this message meets you where you stand in your life. Here we have Proverbs chapter 22. I'm just going to read it. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 17 to 29. And it says, "Listen closely, pay attention to the words of the wise, and apply your mind to my knowledge." I'm going to read it through, and then we're going to see what pulls out. And upon me reading it, whatever pulls out for you, it's good to have a pen and paper, so that way we are able to write it down. Words of the wise. What I'm getting from that is wisdom that cries out in the street. You ever been given some instructions and then they're just giving it all to you, and then you don't have a pen and paper to write it down? So you try to remember as much as you possibly can, and then when you turn the next corner, some of that is gone. And so whenever it comes to wisdom, we must understand the beauty of wisdom and take a pen and paper and take down notes to write it down. Okay? So I'm going to start from the beginning. There is some noise in the background. Hold on. Alright, so here we go. Listen closely. Pay attention to the words of the wise, and apply your mind to my knowledge. For it is pleasing if you keep them within you, and if they are constantly on your lips. I have instructed you today, even you, so that your confidence may be in the Lord. Haven't I written for you 30 sayings about counsel and knowledge, in order to teach you true and reliable words, so that you may give a dependable report to those who sent you? Don't rob a person because he is poor, and don't crush the oppressed at the city gate, for the Lord will companion their cause, and will plunder those who plunder them. Don't make friends with an angry person, and don't be a companion of a hot-tempered one, or you will learn his ways, and entangle yourself in a snare. Don't be one of those who enter agreements, who put up security for loans. If you have nothing with which to pay, even your bed will be taken from under you. Don't move an ancient boundary marker that your father set up. Do you see a person skilled in his work? He will stand in the presence of kings. He will not stand in the presence of the unknown. Now there are so many things that pulled out for me, like in the beginning. Who exactly are the wise? Divine Spirit is saying, listen. The wise are those who have experienced. They have gone through life, gone through situations of woes. And their one solution is Divine Spirit. It doesn't matter who comes or goes out of your life, who's real, who's not real. It's not even about people. It's about situations. The thing about it, beautiful soul family, is that all of these are mere contrasts. But choose wisdom. Don't choose the situations or the peoples that may leave you astray. Choose wisdom. And if need be, write it down. Pay attention to the words of the wise and apply your mind to my knowledge. That pulled out immediately because it's something that we must apply our mind to. We must not try to make the wisdom fit in our life, but we must make our lives fit around the wisdom. Meaning, what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people nitpick at wisdom. Oh, this feels good to me. That feels good to me. This doesn't feel good to me. That doesn't feel good to me. So the things that don't feel good to me are the things that are not for me. They're not good for me. So it's not mine. But wisdom. You can't pick at wisdom, but you apply yourself to it and let it pick away at you. And the very things that are being picked away are the things that are not useful in your life. Let it fall away. Divine Spirit was telling me, don't hold on to anything. Don't hold on to anything. Release it all. And the wisdom is not something that we keep on the outside of us, but we bring it into our heart. We ingest it. And as we ingest it, it's in our heart, right? So it will forever be upon our lips. I think it's funny when my camera goes out on certain things, but I saw men. I saw people who had good-looking clothes on, and they were going into the dumpsters and getting clothes. Now the clothes is meant for the people who are in the shelter. The clothes, the bin is there for people to drop off clothes, so that the people who are poor, so that the people who have no home would have some clothes on their back and some shoes on their feet. But interesting enough, these rich people, I don't want to say rich people, these people had, you could tell with their car, and you could tell, I could tell with their own clothing. And I was surprised to see how a person or people who have would take away from those who didn't have. Divine Spirit is telling me, don't judge a book by its cover, because you don't know what they do behind the pages. You don't know what they're doing. And so when I read this, don't rob a person because he is poor. That's greed, right? Don't crush the oppressed at the city gate. When I think about the city gate, I see it's all about in front of everybody. And people will do so much to bring upon someone, bring oppression upon somebody. Because they care about those who watch. There are people who just, they will do so much so that you can fail. A city gate doesn't really have to be where it's in front of a city gate, or it's about just a bunch of people watching, any way, shape, or form, and they see someone falling on their face, or they're able to embarrass somebody. Oppression. Here shows continue to be confident in Divine Spirit, because the Lord will champion their cause and will plunder those who plunder them. What's so interesting is that Divine Spirit was telling me this as I woke up this morning. And the press will come up against you because they don't really, they're so used to people who are just like them, right? So on the outside, they don't see angels and your ancestors just watching you with love. They don't see that. Because it's like, upon watching you, they see, it's a mind frame. It's like this movie that I was talking about. I asked my son, and it's The Fifth Wave. And they only see what they're comfortable in seeing. Okay? They nitpick at wisdom, right? So the thing about it is that as a person is looking at you, they are thinking that you're going to do the same thing that they do. And hold on. Love my cats. Oh. But anyways, so they think that you're going to defeat them. No, not defeat them. That's not the word I'm trying to say. They think they're going to fight. You're going to fight against them the same way they fight against you. You see, it's two lower-based toxicities. And that's how the vicious cycle continues. But the thing about divine beings is that you are not like how they are. You fight with love. And though you get oppressed, and though so many things that they throw does come your way, it does what it has to do. But you're praying for healing. You're praying to be set free. You're looking for wisdom. People who oppress, they're not utilizing wisdom. And people who choose to fight back those who oppress them, they are not using wisdom. The thing that Divine Spirit was telling me is that the people that come against you, they only see the part of you that makes them uncomfortable, but they still feel like they can defeat you. So they don't see you as you are. They see you as being different on the outside, but they don't know who you are on the inside.